to a Basketball Media Day preview. I'm J.J. Bain, joined by SVSU men's basketball coach Frankie Smith. Frankie, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, pleasure to be here.
And I know yours is a team that you've been competitive the last few years, and you've got a lot of people returning for you on this year's roster.
Yeah, we're very, very excited about this year. With Greg Foster, Chris Webb, and Michael Fugate, three of the better guards in the league. Was looking over some stats this past weekend. We were second in the nation in fewest turnovers per game. And I think that a lot of that has to do with the play of Greg, Chris, and Mike. So, we're excited about the leadership that they're bringing us this year.
And obviously that's the kind of the area that you start off with as your strength, because you've got some good guards behind them as well. Really a deep backcourt overall.
Oh yeah, Brett Beelan and Sean Romzik are just as good as anybody else that will quote unquote start. And then we're very excited about a freshman from Saginaw Buena Vista, George Goodman. I would consider that our top 6 guards that will play every game in a rotation.
And so I think that we're also likely to see an up-tempo style when you can get it, given those players that you'll have in the backcourt.
Absolutely. One of the problems we had last year is we were very good defensively. We were second in the league defensively, but we were last in the league in offensive field goal percentage. And I think that's really going to change a lot with transitioning the ball more, having players that have really worked their tails off this summer, getting better, getting their shot better. So we are expecting to increase our points per game.
We've talked about the backcourt, and I know that you have some players returning in the front court as well, and you're going to need them because, especially on the rebounding end, if you want to get out and run, you got to have the ball.
Well, absolutely. And I'll be honest with you, how good we'll be this year, it rests on our post guys. Jay Tames has had a great summer. He's had great practices since we started last Saturday, and he is becoming the player that we expected him to be when we brought him here from Oakland. Mike Schaaf has been playing great for us. Eli Redmond's been playing great. O'Brien's been playing great. So those are kind of the guys we expect in that post area to really step up and play for us.
And it's interesting because the GLIAC is a conference where one night you really might need those big guys down low to control some people, and then other teams are more perimeter-oriented.
Yeah, we are a more perimeter-oriented league, but and Hajdair and Hagnacki, which are at Michigan Tech, are 2 of the best post players in the league, and they're on the same team. So we definitely going to have to be able to have an inside-outside balance on both offense and defense.
The other thing that you have on this team is a lot of experience. We're talking about all these guys, and with the exception of Goodman, they're all returning players.
Right. We do have 10 of our top 13 guys back. And the best thing I'm most excited about is that we've had great senior leadership this year from Sean Romzik, Eli Redmond, and Greg Foster, even in the summer and then now since we've returned to school. And they really want to do something special with their senior year because those guys, are our first recruiting class that we brought in, and they want to leave their mark at SVSU.
What do you need to see from this team in order to take the step forward that I know you want to take where you're competing for a GLIAC title?
Wow, that's a great question. I would say we're going to definitely have to improve on rebounding and then making shots because we get shots. We just miss a lot of open shots. And I think that a guy like Chris Webb, I'm so excited because I thought he had an okay sophomore year compared to his freshman year. And we met with him at the end of last season, and we told him, we said, you did okay at 11 points a game, but we expect you to be, much better than that. He averaged 4,000 to 5,000 shots a week this summer, and it's really showing he gets open shots now. He's making them. So we got to make open shots. I think if we can continue to be who we have been defensively, but improve what we're doing offensively, that we could be a very good team to reckon with in our league.
You mentioned Chris Webb, and sometimes that's a maturation of a basketball player too, because you bring him in, and one of the things you expect him to be is your defensive specialist, but then you realize as well that, like you said, if you get an open shot, you have to be able to knock it down.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And Chris was first team all. He was freshman year, then sophomore year he was first team all league player. Now I want him to be freshman. I want him to be first team all league and all defensive. As coaches, we want it all.
And I know that you definitely want it all, but it's an opportunity, as you said, now with this team, players who are familiar with your system and your expectations to be able to say, hey, let's go out there and compete.
Yeah, there really are no more excuses now. These guys have been with us and know what we're about and what our expectations are. And I remind them about daily that there's no banners hanging in Ryder that say GLIAC champions or national champions, and we got to try to hang us one up there this year.
Well, hopefully you're able to have that. Frankie Smith, good luck. And I know you've got a big game coming up where you host Miami of Ohio this year as well. That's something that you don't often get an opportunity to do.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if there's another Division II team in the nation that actually has a D1 school coming to their school. And we obviously know it's because of the generosity of Charlie Charlie Coles, you know, where he had started at Saginaw High. So we're very excited about having him in here on November the 21st. We'd really like to pack Ryder that night, and we'd like to beat him too, to tell you the truth.
Well, I know you're going to get an opportunity at that, but again, November 21st against Miami of Ohio should be a great opportunity to showcase SVSU basketball. And Frankie Smith, thanks for joining us, and good luck this season.
Thanks so much. We appreciate it, and we appreciate all the support.
And we hope you have enjoyed this SVSU men's basketball preview.